Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Greg Guy, joined here by Casey. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing alright.
Doing all right? Feeling good?
As good as I can.
All healed up from your surgery and everything?
All healed up, I guess.
Yeah. Back to work?
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it. Okay, fair enough. That's interesting you say that because we are going to be presenting episode 16 of the Bencast. Now, this particular week, we are going to discuss some of the worst jobs you have ever done in your entire life. Anything, okay, it doesn't have to be like, actual like full-time job or anything. It's just, something that you did that you got paid for.
That you got paid
Yes.
for?
So, would you like me to start off? It doesn't need to be just the worst. It could be any bad job.
I don't know how specific we're getting with these jobs here. So
Well,
you go
I
first.
got one that's real specific.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah, but I want to say that one for later.
Well, how am I going to be able to gauge what the type of subject we're talking about if you don't give me like an example of?
Okay, all right. It's fair enough.
I can think about a whole lot of things that I didn't like doing. Some of them I didn't get paid for.
Okay,
was it
we can
technically
talk about
a job?
those too.
Right?
All right, that's fair enough.
I can tell you I hate moving. I don't get paid for it. It's something that you got to do. I hate moving. I hate moving so much. I moved so many times in the past 3 years.
All right, yeah, okay. It's oddly enough, what did I tell you the last time you moved?
That I got to pay somebody to do it next time.
Yo.
But see, here's the thing.
I told you next time if you don't hire a moving company, man, I'll delete your number out of my phone.
I made it as least painful as possible for
You did.
for anybody,
that was actually a smooth move.
for anybody involved, because I have, at this point, I'm like a scientist on moving.
Do you remember when you moved out of the place before the last time you moved? When you were up on the third
Yeah,
floor?
that was horrible.
Do you remember I just opened up the window and started throwing shit out?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that at all?
No.
I was throwing all kinds of shit out of the third story of this fucking apartment complex building.
But I can tell
And people were just looking at me like I was a lunatic.
I can tell people
And I was.
I can tell people how to make things less painful for themselves, and I can tell people how to make them less painful for the people helping you.
Right.
So-
Well, at the same point in time, it
Right.
also makes it less painful on you.
Right. The basic key is don't do it all at once. Have like a plan for like a week or two if you have a significant other or help or family or whoever. You want to pack things up. You want to pack everything up into boxes slowly. Keep the things out that you need for those weeks. All the stuff that you don't need or are not going to need for at least like a couple weeks or a month. Have that stuff all in boxes. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do maybe 1 or 2 trips a day, moving that stuff from one place to another, and then you're going to do that throughout the weeks. So you're not going to do it all at once. You're going to do it slowly. And you're going to save, basically, you're going to keep all the big stuff. You're going to keep all the big stuff that you can't carry yourself out, obviously. And that's going to be the final day. And that's when you're gonna ask your friends and stuff to help, your friends and your family.
That'll be like your bed, your couches,
Right. And if
all the big shit.
And if you can, take it apart and to ways to move it or get it closer to the door. If you can do that by yourself, and then you have people come over. Literally, it took 45 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, the last one
Right.
was very smooth.
45 minutes to move. It was a very close move, so that's why it was only like 45 minutes.
That's true as well.
But it took 45 minutes for us to get all the big stuff out of one house and all the big stuff into the next house. And that's all the pain that I inflicted on my family and friends for helping me move this final time.
It was still too much, though.
I couldn't do any more. That's as best as I could get. That's as best as I could do. And at the same time, you're saving probably $500 or more
Okay.
on paying somebody to help you move. But at the very least, I made it as easy as I could on the people that were helping me.
Now, I mean, my question for you is this: If do you have any plans on at any point in time moving again?
It's always a possibility.
It's always a possibility. Okay, if that possibility actually comes to fruition, are you hiring movers?
I've got too much stuff now. I got a lot since every time you move, move to a bigger place,
it seems like you acquire more.
You
shit,
acquire
right?
more and more crap. And right now, I think I have two like instead of having one living room like you would have in an apartment, I have two different living rooms. I have, instead of just having one bedroom worth of stuff, I have two bedrooms worth of stuff. Instead of having one bathroom full of stuff, I have two bathrooms full of stuff. Yeah, I have almost double the amount of stuff that I had the first time I moved to now.
Why do you think that is?
It's just like if you have an empty room, nobody likes to look at an empty room. They have to put stuff in the room.
No, I love empty rooms. I disagree with that. I love empty rooms. I like nothing in the room.
Okay, well, it might not just be a male-female thing, but I also don't mind empty rooms.
See, oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, so you're saying your significant others want to populate the room with a bunch of random shit that doesn't fucking matter to anybody?
All right, I can say
It
this.
may be controversial. We'll see if that sticks in.
This is a controversial thing, but like if you see let's look at the top of this right here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if I were to take
Well, let's talk about what we got. We obviously have the two American flags, which you brought over, right?
right.
Okay.
I brought them over.
We have the
I'm
two
a very
shit hats.
patriotic person.
We have the two shit hats, which also you brought over for the NFL picks.
Well, that's part of a skit. Yeah.
Okay, we have obviously the Banghead logo right up here that Cuz made with his 3D pen.
Right.
And then I have two random objects. The only one I know anything about is that was a wedding present that my mom and dad
Do you know
got.
what that is?
Something I used to keep weed in.
Do you know what it does though?
No.
It's for high and low pressure. The level of the water is directly.
There's no water in it.
Well, if you put water in it, right?
Why would you put water in it?
If you put water into it, it's a high and low pressure thing. Where if the pressure outside and inside the house is low, and it's more likely to rain, the water level is lower. And if the pressure in the house and outside the house is high, the water would be higher.
It's basically the same thing as the weather stick.
There's actually a name for it. I don't remember what the name for it is, but that's what that is.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I thought it just looked cool.
And that's like.
And then obviously I got the 79 Trans Am up there.
But basically, my basic saying is, would it bother you if there was nothing up there?
No.